Africa. Now, as we all know, Africa is the world's second largest continent and is home to some of the most beautiful countries in the world, with some of the most exquisite and even unique landscapes and wildlife, which is why it is a top holiday destination for many people all around the world. Now, here are some 5 facts about Africa. We hope that after watching this, you will be even more intrigued about this wonderful continent of Africa. Number 5. Africa's Sahara Desert is bigger than the USA. Now, first of all, we have to understand that the Sahara Desert is the largest hot desert in the world and the 3rd largest overall after the Antarctica and the Arctic. Remember, the largest hot, meaning that Sahara is the hottest desert in the world. In simple terms, found and located in Africa. It is bigger than the whole of USA, and I repeat. Now, before we even go further, remember that Africa is the hottest continent on the planet, and so much of its land is made up of desert. The Sahara, being the largest desert in the world, is truly vast, and mark my words when I say truly vast. Its expansive size is 9.4 million square kilometers, bigger than the entire USA. Another interesting fact about the Sahara is that it is actually growing in size, as it's been expanding in the southern regions at a rate of half a mile per month, which equates to 6 miles per year. My goodness, it's interesting how the Sahara Desert is still growing. Number 4. Did you know that Africa has one of the oldest universities in the world? Yes, you heard it right. Africa has one of the oldest universities in the world. Although many adults are illiterate here in Africa, Africa is actually home to one of the oldest universities in the world. Now, built in the 12th century, Timbuktu in Mali has become the center of all intelligentsia, and historians have even branded it as the Paris of medieval times. The University of Timbuktu was built in 982 CE, and it is one of the oldest known educational establishments. Remember, Timbuktu is found in Mali, and Mali is also the hottest country in Africa. So you can tell that Mali is close to the Sahara Desert, which we had mentioned previously. Number 3. Sudan has more pyramids than Egypt. The country of Egypt may be famous for its pyramids, but many people don't realize that the country of Sudan in Africa has a total of 223 pyramids. This is twice the amount of pyramids that Egypt has. My goodness, that's a big number. These forgotten pyramids are the Meroe pyramids. These ones made up the capital of the kingdom of Kush, ruled by the Nubian kings. So the Nubian kings seem to have built up those pyramids found in Sudan. Remember, a total of 223 pyramids, twice as much as Egypt. That's massive, because most people just know about the Egyptian pyramids. We have the Sudanese pyramids. Number 2. Now, over a quarter of all of the different languages that are spoken in the world are spoken in Africa. There are over 2,000 different recognized languages spoken in Africa. Now, this is a very big number, because remember, even for a continent to have over 100 languages alone, that's a big number. 2,000, that's mind-blowing. Around 200 of these are spoken in Northern Africa, including Central Sahara, and are known as Afro-Asiatic languages. 140 are spoken in Central and Eastern Africa, known as Nilo-Saharan languages, and more than 1,000 are Niger-Saharan languages. If you're an African, ask yourself, what language am I originally from? You will realize that even from your native mother tongue, there's still some divisions and subdivisions in that language. This is crazy. Number 1. Did you know that Africa is the single biggest source of gold throughout mining history? Now, as most people have heard before, Africa is home to some of the greatest resources sought after by the Western world. I'm talking about diamond, gold, oil, all that. Almost half of the gold ever mined on Earth has come from Africa. This is mind-blowing, and more specifically, from white water sand in South Africa. Despite the decline in production, gold exports were valued at $3.8 billion back in 2005. South Africa is also famous for its diamonds, although Botswana lead the way in terms of production. Now you can imagine the amount of gold that Africa has. No wonder the Western world salivates when it spots the African continent, one of the greatest continents in the world. Catch us on the next. Until next time, adios.